What's going on, guys? You're listening to the Local Play Only podcast. I'm Phil.
I'm Cam.
And I'm Andrew.
And today we're going to be talking about some news stories.
It's been 2 weeks, so there should be a little bit of
Quite a bit.
It has been a bit.
We're going to dive into our game swap
Yes, we are.
and just kind of catch up what's been going on for the last couple of weeks. And we might even preview a little bit with guest month.
Oh, yeah, guest month.
Ooh, nani.
That's upcoming.
Upcoming.
Okay. Are you guys ready to get into it?
Let's
Hell
get into
yeah,
it.
brother.
And we're back.
Whoa.
It does feel good to be back.
Okay, I meant back from that, the intro.
No, but I mean,
In
It,
general,
we are
it
back.
feels good to be back. Yeah, I get what you mean, bud.
It was the first time in a while that I was like itching to record again.
It's true. We pretty much had like a 1 to 2 months there where it was every single week. And then I guess this was like our first time taking like an actual
Yeah, a
break
little hiatus.
in between.
Yeah.
I mean, it was only a week, but it felt like forever.
Yeah, it did. And the thing is I feel like our interactions with people have kind of gone up quite a bit in like the last month or so. Like it feels like a lot more people are watching, which is kind of cool.
Yeah, we've been hustling more on Instagram and YouTube.
The
and
hustle.
Stuff like that. The reason to me it feels like such a long time is because the last time we recorded a couple days early, and then I edited all the videos in like the first day.
Yeah.
Oh,
that,
yeah,
That means
yeah.
it's been like 2 weeks since I did anything like related to the podcast, so I haven't even been working on it. So it seems weird.
Gasp.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I guess we're just gonna start by getting into the weekly or bi-weekly news. I guess at
You
this
mean
point.
our Need or Not segment?
Need or not? I'm so excited.
Yeah.
Round 2.
All right. Are you ready to start?
Before we start, I genuinely think I obviously had to watch that whole episode a lot of times while editing it.
Yeah.
I think that was my favorite part. I thought my
Need
favorite
or
thing was
not?
going to be the Final Fantasy.
Yeah.
But the Need or Not was pretty fun.
Who said Need or Not?
That was you.
But-
You
but-
started it off.
Yeah, but did I say is it neat or is it not? Like, did I say that or did we come up with it
No,
halfway through?
you said it, and then that's where I edited neat or not as you said it on the video.
Yeah, okay.
Because you're like, yeah, it's going to be like a little bit of like a, is it neat or is it not?
Oh, okay, cool. I wasn't sure
But
if
then you
I
kept
said it.
spoiling it for
I
no
did.
spoilers.
Like this is kind of a neat. No.
Yeah, I
No.
did catch myself. Okay.
So this time, no spoilers. We'll decide.
Let's get into it.
Let's get into it. You ready?
I'm ready.
Okay. So Wonderful 101 got announced that they were doing a Kickstarter campaign to remaster the game. It hit its goal in 20 minutes.
I'm gonna say not neat.
So I'm going to say neat for the industry. I like Kickstarters. They seem to be wildly successful these days. It's not necessarily neat for me. I probably wouldn't pick it up. But I like that, though. I like the attitude of people wanting this game. So, like, let's pay for it. But
Why does Platinum need to do this?
Because they've always been a mercenary company. They've only just now officially, I think, been bought by a company. They're always the, we'll use the new Grand Blue, not the fighting game, the other Grand Blue game.
like the open world you
They
want?
made the entire combat engine, and then we're pretty much like, okay, we got the rest, go. And then they were like, let go. So they were paid. They're the joke is they're guns for hire when it comes to this stuff. So if you need a company to put that extra oomph in your game, you call Platinum. That's what Nintendo did with Star Fox. It's with a couple of their
That's
like
what
big
Nintendo
games.
needs to do with the next Xenoblade Saga.
Absolutely, yeah.
But do they not have the money to fund this themselves, especially if they have the interest?
So this game, it's not to fund it; it's to actually see if it's worth. Because that game is their worst selling game of all time
Okay.
because it was on Wii U.
Yeah.
However, everyone that bought it was like, "Yo, dude, this game is fantastic! Like, you need to play this game." But everyone's like, "Dude, I'm not buying a Wii U to get that." So
That's fair.
But how much work does it actually take to translate that over?
well, their goal was only $20,000.
Yeah, sometimes
Like, it's not high.
the thing is for some Kickstarters though, don't you feel like they should stop after the goal's been hit?
They have stretch goals though. So their stretch goal, I don't remember the price values. I think they've already blown it out of the water. I'm pretty sure they're at $2.2 million now. But it's to put it on Steam and put it on PS4. So that takes money and like time to actually change the in-game engine to work on the other consoles. Where the Switch is kind of similar. like not hardware, but similar like.
So what if in like a year, 2 years from now, it's just never out on Steam or console or like on PS4?
Then that sucks for them.
Well,
But
no, that doesn't suck for them.
well,
It sucks for
I
people
meant
who
the people who
pay.
paid for it. So I actually backed this one. I kickstarted it. It cost me. I was in pretty early. I think it was like $50, and I get a physical copy sent to me. So I wouldn't actually mind doing the go around that we did
like
with
Astral
Astral
Chain?
Chains. Because honestly, I think you guys
Did it
should-
again.
What Astral
Put an
Chain?
S on it, yeah.
It sounds way better as Astral Chains.
But each
But I guess
character
there is
has
only one chain. But there's multiple chains because there's multiple people. But yeah, okay. Anywho, I wouldn't mind doing that because honestly, I think it is a fantastic game. And yes, it was underappreciated because it came out on the Wii U.
I'll give it a shot, but I just think that the practice behind kickstarting, unless you're like a very, very small studio or like
they are small.
I mean they've partnered with Nintendo,
think-
they've partnered with Microsoft.
Yeah.
I wouldn't necessarily
How'd that Microsoft partnership go?
yeah. But I mean for me it's just
I think there's only like 200 people.
it's kind of a weird business practice that I think will translate more in the future to like a lot of developers being like, hey, before we even put the game out, we can do this. What happens if it's an underdeveloped piece of shit like
Well, the one is it's just a port. So the game played fantastic on the Wii U. So it is just a port to the Switch.
But did it utilize like the second screen? Was there functionality on that?
It did, but they had a whole game, like you could play it with a Pro Controller. Like
Okay.
you did not have to use the touchscreen. In fact, that's what's going to be in this game. There's not going to be touchscreen commands. It's all going to be played with the controller, which the lead developer said that's how the game was supposed to be played. They put in the touchscreen
Do you
stuff
know what I
to
always
use the
mix this
touchscreen.
game up with?
What?
There was the animated series, like Beautiful Joe.
Joe.
or
Oh,
whatever.
yes.
That
I
game's
always-
great.
I always thought these were the same things.
They're very similar, like
Maybe that's-
visually, to the character designs. But yeah, so it says Canada 2.19 or 97 million. So that's $2.2 million is what they've backed.
Listen, I'm just saying that
25,000 backed.
I've never actually backed a Kickstarter.
This is my first one.
I was debating with the Hero Forge with the D&D minis.
Oh yeah, that was pretty
Because
cool.
it's like when you pay for something that you might pay for anyways, but you also get to support them at the same time, it's kind of worth it. But like if tomorrow they were like, hey, we want to remake Legend of the Dragoon, we're just going to do a Kickstarter, right? I would pay tons of money for that.
But
Yeah.
even something like that, though, I just think that Platinum is in a position now where they have such a huge fan base. They have so many people who are interested in Bayonetta, Astral Chain.
Well, Astral Chain's their only like fine. I did say it right this time.
It's flooded
It
in.
is the only financial, like it's the one that's made them the most money. Is Astral Chain. Nier Automata and Astral Chain are their two, I think, highest grossing franchises.
But like at this point, they have such a fan base. It's not like they're coming out of the ashes or this new development team that nobody knows about. Like if they put this game out and if it sold just a small amount, they could probably recoup the cost of porting it over. So I feel like in my opinion, it's a bit greedy of them wanting to do that.
I just want to check something. So you guys continue chattering.
I would agree. Because I mean, a port can't cost that much money. Like as I said, obviously if they do a stretch goal for like moving it over to PlayStation 4 and PC, that's different stuff. But just a port from
is it
Wii U
though?
to Switch, how many other games have done that? Even if they knew they weren't really going to sell, because how cheap it probably actually is to do.
Yeah, and something like this, I feel like it's kind of a way of marketing, being like, oh, I know you guys like Platinum, but like, how much do you like us? Do you want to support us?
Yeah, when are like EA going to start doing that too? And
I mean, EA could easily just buy out like a studio or pretend that a small studio isn't owned by them and do something similar to this. And I think it's just a dangerous, slippery slope. And look at Mighty Number 9. Look at Bloodstained.
Yeah, but those games turned out to be trash. Well, not Bloodstained. It just wasn't ported properly. Wonderful 101 is a good game.
Yeah, but what happens if it's ported terribly?
That's true.
it's always a possibility.
So-
But and the thing is it's the difficulty of. I don't think Platinum would fuck up. I really don't. But it's the difficulty of pre-buying something and already giving them the money to develop it. Like, I listen. They probably are going to put their full heart into it, but they've already made the money back. So even if they don't, they don't have that drive to necessarily be like, okay, if we don't do this, we're going broke on it.
I bet you, and I think Cam mentioned this prior, is that or maybe it was you, that they're probably just going to do a sequel with the extra money.
I did read that they want to do a sequel, but even then, put that in the Kickstarter. Be like, hey, we want to do a sequel to this. Kickstart the sequel,
That
and
can always be a surprise thing. Like closer, like the last day, they'd be like, "Oh, here's a surprise for everybody. You get the second one too." Similar to like Silk Song. If you kickstarted the original, you get Silk Song for free, which is pretty cool.
Yeah, I think that it could be a little hit or miss, but I mean, it could become a really good thing. Like as I said, if they decide to do a Wonderful 102, and then if you kickstarted the first one, you get that one for free. I think that'll be like a really good Kickstarter in general. People will look back at it very positively, or they could come up with a port that sucks. But
from a business standpoint, I don't know if that's something that they would necessarily want to do because they already know that they have the fan base. I think that from the get-go, if they were like, "Yo, we want to do a sequel, we'll do the Kickstarter, we'll make the sequel if you guys want it," and then have the stretch goal be like, "Hey, you guys really want this? Do you guys want a port or a remaster of the original
Well,
game?"
since they've crushed their stretch goals, plural, they're gonna say something soon. Like it's only been open for 13 days or something like that. Like it's been under 2 weeks that it's been.
I'll definitely play it.
Like I said, they beat their goal in 20 minutes.
Yeah, I mean, a Kickstarter is just all about hope. It's literally just praying that they want to come up with something good. Yeah. There's never just been anything that I've really wanted to. Like, as I said, there'd be a couple things where if they're like, hey, like, we'll make this game or remake this or port this or...
Shovel Knight was a Kickstarter as well.
It was. Mm-hmm. I almost kickstarted that one, but...
There's a lot of MMOs these days that are Kickstarters, but still none of them ever really end up that great to begin with.
So the information I wanted to find out is in the first month of Wonderful 101's launch, it only sold 5,000 units in Japan.
That's sad.
That's sad. So they've already pre-sold more copies through Kickstarter with 25,000 backers than they did sell in Japan in the first month.
But how familiar were people with Platinum at that point?
Very.
Like what
were Metal Gear Rising, Bayonetta, like those were all in that same like clump of time.
I feel like they need a bit of marketing too.
What year did it come out?
Let me check here.
It was for the Wii U, so it wouldn't have been that long ago.
Yeah, I want to say like 2013.
Yeah, a lot of times too. Like I remember seeing that game in EB Games. I think they even had like a demo for it on like a Wii U at the time in the store or something.
That's possible, yeah.
But like the game just didn't like look like something I'd be interested in, and that could have just been marketing too. Like their marketing just might not have been very stellar on it, not making people want to go and get it on day one.
Yeah.
Because it happens.
It's the Platinum curse too. Like they never have a stellar launch day for the most part. It's usually like a couple days after that someone goes, "Yo, man, did you play that new game? It's super good." And then it gets
new
super
game,
hyped.
Astral's Chains.
Yeah.
But then the game comes out on the Wii U, and nobody has a Wii U.
Exactly.
So nobody's saying that.
Yeah, that was it.
Yeah.
That was just, how could they know that? People thought the Wii U was going to be the killer system, you know? Fantastic.
I didn't think it was going to be the killer system, but I definitely bought it with hope, and was yeah.
I think
okay, so
the only Nintendo system.
We have mixed opinions there on whether or not that news was neat.
I think it's neat
or not neat.
So we'll go on to the next one. I'm going to mix the kind of three things together. So recently they have announced, or leaks have shown two, which is the Catherine Full Body Edition and XCOM 2 are coming out potentially on the Switch.
Is XCOM 1 on Switch?
No. The second one's way better, like substantially.
A lot of people really want that style of game.
It's Valkyria Chronicles pretty much.
On Switch.
Yeah. And Saints Row 3. Sorry, 4. 4.
I do like 4. Saints Row 3 is my favorite. Isn't that already on Switch?
Yep.
3 is, yeah. But not
Saints
4.
Row 3 is my favorite. 4 was still a lot of fun.
Yeah.
If it was like $29, I'd buy it again on Switch.
I don't know the pricing, but I
It
can
won't
guarantee
be that.
you will not.
But I mean, like one day if it's $29, because that is a game that'll go down on Switch.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's not like a huge Switch type
Absolutely.
game. If that's $29, I would maybe rebuy it. And then XCOM, I've always kind of wanted to play. It's a little too serious for my tastes. You know?
It is very, very, yeah.
As much as I'd like naming characters as my friends and watching them die forever.
Yeah.
But like I have Valkyria Chronicles, which is like the same combat. Catherine, though, I'd be interested in because I never really got into it.
Catherine, so I played and beat the original Catherine. I bought the collector's edition. It was fantastic. Great game. I'm hearing some weird stuff in regards to
Full Body.
Because there's, I guess, a non-binary character that they like just treat like garbage or something like that in the game. I'm not being like PC or anything like that, but apparently that's getting a lot of backlash in regards to the game. But
especially
it is Japan, so they don't give a shit.
Japan is still a little bit behind on stuff like that, and then when it comes to North America,
which
is very forward on stuff like that, it could maybe clash a little bit.
I thought it was pretty interesting. Like I played, I think only like 5 hours of it because my roommate in college was. We did like a game swap, and I was interested.
Game swap,
Nani?
And I played a bit of it, and I was like, "This is pretty cool." But then I kind of got wrapped up in some other stuff, and I just never ended.
That game gets freaking hard.
Yeah.
Like when you're thinking a puzzle game, like or when you buy that game, the last thing you think is what the gameplay actually is. It's a like tower style platformer,
a climbing puzzle game.
Yeah.
I don't know.
But oh boy, does that get difficult.
I just remember it being really weird.
One of the levels you fight a giant fetus baby and it tries to stab you with a fork, I'm pretty sure.
Devin was obsessed with that game,
Yeah,
if you
no
believe
surprise.
it. And then Jimmy also was a big fan too, which we know because Jimmy's a weeby fuck, as we always talk about.
As is Dev.
I'm pretty sure Charles actually has played it as well.
Yeah, wouldn't surprise
He was
me.
mentioning that.
Like I said, it's a good game, but it's one of those games that if you see on the shelf, you're like,
Devin actually went as Vincent to Anime North one year.
Wow.
yeah,
Yeah.
good for him.
Good for him. It's also an Atlas game, and
It does remind me a lot of Persona.
Well, it was the it was the tester for the engine that plays Persona 5.
Oh, really?
Yes, is why that game existed. Because that was the first PS3 to PS4 game kind of jump.
Was Persona?
It was the first PS2 to PS3 Atlas like core game.
Was Persona 5 the last PlayStation 3 game?
It was close, but I don't know if it was the last one. I bet you a sports title was probably the last one, if I was to guess. But
they do come out all the time.
Persona did come out on both, so
Yeah,
it came
which
out on
was
PS3
really
and
crazy.
PS4. It is, and
Console binary, as we call it.
binary. I'm really happy for Persona 5 Royale because they've actually touched up all the textures because there isn't a version for the older gens, so it's actually going to
that
look a little nicer.
April or March?
March 31st, so pretty damn close.
Right
to both.
at the end.
Yeah, and I watched a video on everything that's different. Like it was a non-spoiler one. Holy hell,
We're gonna have
there's
an
a lot.
episode out on March 31st.
Are we?
It probably won't be on Persona.
No.
because it'll be recorded before it. But
All right, so
that was neat. You know, I'm always cool with more Switch ports.
Yep. And I really like the third-party support that we're seeing now.
I'd like an opportunity to play Catherine.
yeah, and honestly, you should. It's a good game. I almost bought it for the PS4 because it went on sale during Boxing Week or something like that for pretty cheap. And yeah, I almost picked it up, but I don't know if I haven't touched my PlayStations. I read on Jess's PlayStation because we use it for
Yeah, like how many
Netflix?
days it's been since you signed on?
It's been 5 months since I've played my PS4.
Really?
Damn, dude.
I played mine today.
Really?
Yeah.
What'd you play?
Tennis.
Gross.
We'll talk about that later in the in
gross.
what we've been doing for the
I'm
past
not
week.
game swapping that game. Fuck you. So this one is now out of date, but because it was the Fire Emblem DLC comes out on the 13th of
I'm
February.
excited for that.
But it's out. It came out already.
Oh my god.
I didn't buy it yet.
I'm currently playing it. It's pretty good. It's a little weirder because there's no like class leveling up that I've found. But the 4 new classes are awesome, and I really hope when you beat the game, you get them in the
still
rest
just
of the
so
game.
confused as to what they're doing with the story, like the main story in it.
I don't know.
They just didn't finish it, you know?
Is it free LC or do
No,
you
this
Oh,
one was a
no.
paid expansion.
Have you
Jesus
played
Christ.
any Fire Emblem game with DLC before? They come out
I've
with
never
like
played any Fire Emblem
Fire Emblem.
game to
Typically, they
begin
come out with
with.
like 60 packs of DLC.
And at
There's,
least
like,
one of them's a beach one
beach
where
party,
you
yeah,
get
where you
tickle
get
bitty
the-
anime girls.
Yeah, and sometimes you get like the
Ew.
costumes. They do that a lot. It's a classic Japan thing.
Yeah. It's either maids or that.
So at least this is like a story focused DLC, but
Yeah.
the main story in Fire Emblem Three Houses, in my opinion, was not finished. So we always thought that when they said like their Phase 4 DLC was the story DLC, so I always figured it'd be that.
It was finished, but there were a couple characters that were important bad guys that kind of just
You just have no idea what happened to them. You're
We're
like, okay.
gone.
But now instead they were getting mole people. What we've all been asking for.
they're called they're the Ashen Wolves.
mole people.
That's so stupid.
I feel like it's still cool. It's just that one day, hopefully, I hope they come with a different DLC that
To be fair, I don't know what's
Kinda
going
ties
to
the-
happen for this. I'm only on
maybe
chapter.
it'll link it up. Who knows?
I'm on
Probably
chapter
not, but
4,
maybe.
I think, but it's good.
Will there ever be like a complete edition? Or
Unlikely. They never
No,
do.
Yeah, I don't think they do that. What was the price?
$30 something for all the DLC though. And there's when I loaded it up, because it's been a while, I was just like, this has been added, this has been added, this has been added, this has been added. You can now play as Anne in chapter 3. This has been added, this has been added. So like there's a lot. I honestly kind of wish I waited to play the second campaign, because they've added a new character pretty much in each.
Yeah, that's why I wasn't in a big rush.
I'm not going to spoil, but you do in the Black Eagles, you do get to the Dark Knight like character.
Yeah, Jaritza. Yeah.
Fuck you.
You think anyone will remember that name?
No, absolutely not.
By anyone, I mean Phil?
Yeah, it's true.
Chorizo.
Yeah. Okay.
Doritos, exactly.
Doritos, yeah. But so far, I'm enjoying it. I like the new classes. It's like War Mage or War Monk. So it's like a monk who can cast healing magic. Trickster's back.
Oh, yes.
Valkyrie, which is the female Dark Knight, like Black Mage
Like
Knight.
on a horse with magic.
Yeah. And then there's the Dark Flyer.
Makes sense.
I do not know if the Dark Flyer gives you Gale Force, though.
It won't. They won't do it. I'll go with neat because I like Fire Emblem. And any sort of support for the game is good. That means higher chance of more people buy the DLC, higher chance of getting a Fire Emblem, another game, 4 houses,
or
5 houses,
Season Pass 2.
6 houses.
we'll
get the finished story.
Exactly.
There's always a little bit of not neat for DLC for me because it's just I just don't want to pay for it.
I mean, I'll give it a neat that they're still supporting it.
It came out July last year.
It must be doing pretty well that they're.
I think it was their
still
top-selling
content.
Fire Emblem game.
I just want them to come out with then a Path of Radiance port on Switch. I'll rebuy that. Do you know how expensive it is to buy that game?
Yeah.
Very expensive. So like they can cut down, like if you ever decided like, hey, I want to play Path of Radiance, to buy that game somewhere, unless you find like some sick yard
like
sales or something,
isn't it?
It's normally between 130 to like $200.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
But if you had that on Switch for $49, that's a steal.
The Wii version, I snagged it for $10.
Oh, the Radiant Dawn?
Yeah. It was going out, and I asked the person working at an EB Games, I was like, can you check any store? I want to find this game. And there was, I guess, one employee that had it on hold in like Montreal or something like that. And then he's like, oh, yeah, we need it. And I bought it for $10.
And I owned that, and then Devin lost it. True fact.
Shout out
Not
Devin.
that one. The
Different one. I do own that one now.
Yeah.
That is neat.
That was neat.
That was neat, yeah.
That's
Okay.
neat.
Fallout 76 comes to
Probably not
Steam
neat. I'm just gonna
in
immediately
April
say-
with free DLC
I'm going to say
update.
probably not that neat.
Not neat. That game should be just.
I
you guys
gotta throw
gonna-
some quick ones in there.
Are you guys going to get it?
No,
Okay.
unless it's free.
No.
Even if it was free.
I feel like I could, but it's one of those games where you can load in online and just dick around with your friends. Like I feel
guess
like that could be fun.
The one thing I'll always say about Bethesda is things that suck, they slowly make better eventually.
They don't slowly make better. The modding community makes it better.
It's true, but they also put like some work in, like even like Elder Scrolls Online. That game
anybody-
sucked when it came out, but it's supposed to be really good
Yeah.
now.
Was anybody playing that Battle Royale mode? I've never heard of anyone even reference it.
I don't think it's out.
It's not out
I
yet.
don't think so. I think it was supposed to come with the Wastelanders DLC that got pushed. Don't get me wrong. Don't quote me on that. 'Cause
Don't write it in stone.
Yeah, don't write it in stone. It's probably out.
The YouTube commenters are going to come for you again.
Trey's coming for me.
Listen, I don't care. Any comments are good comments.
Yeah.
But pretty much the only comments we got so far are just like questioning some of our facts. And I'm like, listen, man, for the most part, like we try not to even use our phones on here. We're not really going to care if our facts are wrong.
Yeah, mine are just notes. I don't.
I do want to be.
I would
right,
rather
at
be
least.
wrong all the time and have someone comment then constantly. They're just supporting us, really. Tricks on them.
Jokes on them. Ha!
But we do want to be a reliable source.
Yeah.
We're reliable-ish.
I feel like we're reliable in things we care about. But
It's
if we're
true.
talking about Fallout 76 and we say something wrong,
Who gives a
fuck?
shit?
Yeah.
So yeah, if one of our commenters out there have played the Battle Royale,
Yeah, you can fight us.
yeah, tell us.
Let us know. Yeah.
Fight me in IRL.
Next one. Are we good with the next one?
Hey, that was not
okay.
neat.
Not neat.
So this is it's not Pokemon Home news, but it's other Pokemon news. They added the Gigantamax Toxtricity in the most
I saw
recent
that. Wasn't there
update.
something else too?
But Gigantamax wise?
Yeah, I thought there was the second one.
No, I thought it was just the Toxtricity.
Maybe. I don't remember.
I know they added higher spawn rates for the Kingler and Milcery.
That could be it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw the Toxtricity one. It was pretty dope.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
I keep getting sad that I'm not currently playing Sword and Shield again. Like more.
I feel like come June, I'll be like balls deep in
Yeah,
it
but
again.
I worry that I'll get too far behind by June because as Pokemon Home's out, there's like 450 Pokemon you could transfer over. Probably get into that in more detail when we get to Pokemon Home news.
Yeah.
But I just feel like I haven't been playing, so I haven't been hitting all these like
milestones and whatnot.
Yeah,
for
and
it.
like when there's all the like events of like, ooh, this one's
I've been pretty good. This is the only one I haven't turned my system on, but I just started playing the Fire Emblem DLC, so I'm like into that.
Yeah,
so
it's,
maybe
it's just how I can't like. I normally can't have like one game that I just play like year round a little bit. I always just get into a game really hard for a short amount of time
Yep.
to like beat it, then get into a different game.
Pokemon, I feel, is that game for me that I can just kind of hop on, do whatever needs to be done, and then leave. But it's kind of like my pseudo MMO experience. I just hop in,
that'd
do
be
my
closer,
dailies,
like,
and off I go.
I am gonna start 14 again soon.
Are
actually,
you?
yeah.
Oh,
Me and
neat.
Ryan have been in talks.
Well, then we're
Trying
going
to
to
set
talk
it
about
up.
this.
You know, we've been trying to settle on when we're gonna start.
Yeah.
'Cause it's a subscription based game, so
Now
have to make
you
sure
can
you're
wear a
into
dress.
It. Exactly.
Yeah.
Is that why you're getting back into it?
Yes.
Okay.
Actually, Final Fantasy 14 was always ahead of the times. They had gay marriage in the game before, like pretty much any other game or most things.
Or like countries.
Yeah, I mean, there's still a lot of countries that don't, but and you can also like in the game they have a marriage system, but they also do marriage in real life. So if like there's a lot of like I'll just say weebs because it's the nice way of saying it. There's a lot of weebs out there who like. You know, they play the game with their couple. You know, I've actually in like my guild, there's so many people that are married in the guild, and then there's a lot of them in Japan too that then get married at like the Eorzea thing. They get like a Final Fantasy wedding in real life. It's got to be very expensive,
But man, that'd be cool.
but if that's what you're into, then
That's pretty sick, actually.
there's
That's
also,
pretty
like,
neat.
If I
would
went to
say.
Japan, I'd be going to the Eorzea Cafe. They have full cafes built around Final Fantasy 14. Which is pretty cool. All like the foods named after certain things in the game, and every time you order one thing or a drink, you get like a collectible card.
Sorry, my hat's fucking my ear up. It's really annoying.
Luckily, it's on the side no one can see.
Exactly.
So you just have like one side fully rolled up. But yeah, I mean that's cool. That has nothing to do with the news we're talking about. But
No, not at all.
but that was neat.
It was neat.
Yeah.
Ready for the next one.
Yeah.
The Baby Yoda pop vinyl is the best-selling pop vinyl of all time, and it's not even out yet.
I'm not surprised, but
Just through pre-orders alone.
the only other one I would have said was maybe close would have been like a Baby Groot vinyl. Like,
Would The Mandalorian have been as good if there was no Baby Yoda?
yeah, the show would have
Well,
been as good.
Would it have been
Ba-
as popular?
No, not as profitable.
Yeah, but it was the whole plot, so who knows? It would have to be a whole different show.
Yeah, what if the Mandalorian actually went to pick up Baby Groot instead?
Or
That'd be a crossover.
Baby
I am
Jar
Yoda.
Jar?
Baby Jar
if
Jar.
it was Baby Jar Jar, no one would watch.
I loved the Gungan reference that they did. They're like,
Yeah.
"Oh, under the helmet, what are you, a Gungan?" And I was like, making fun of
Imagine
episode
if he
1.
was, though.
Shit. Except I know it's Pedro Pascal.
Yeah.
And you'd see him. Then
Do you?
yeah,
No, you don't see him.
yeah, you do. Did you watch the fucking show?
Yeah.
Last episode,
He
man.
takes off his helmet.
Oh, do you actually see him? in
Yeah,
last
the
episode?
robot. He's just like, "Oh, no man can see my face." He's
Oh,
like,
right,
"Beep, boop,
yes.
I'm a robot," and he's
Beep,
like,
boop, I
"Oh,
am
okay."
no man. I
He's
just
like,
picture like the
"I
end
am
of,
no
yeah,
man."
the end of Lord of the Rings. I am no man. And then his
He's like,
robot.
"What?"
Yeah, I did see that. I just forgot. It's been long enough.
Yeah, but was it neat or is it not?
I don't know.
I'm going to say...
Bitches be crazy. Like
It's
I
true.
don't know.
I'm gonna say neat only for the reason that like good job, Mandalorian.
listen,
like
If they
you're
get any of the
selling.
profits on that kind of stuff,
That
then-
just means I'm getting like multiple seasons now.
the next season comes out this year still.
Yeah, no, but I meant like multiple seasons.
That's true.
Might get a Mandalorian movie.
It was a good show.
Ooh.
So if its merch sells well, then that's neat.
Yeah, it's
It was a
fucking
good
spaghetti
show,
western.
but
It's
not
good.
a great show.
It wasn't mind blowing, but I don't
No.
normally. I actually, unlike movies, I expect TV shows to get better every single season.
Yeah.
When I
No.
think you don't think so,
No.
It never happens.
that's not true.
Well, okay.
You haven't seen The Last Kingdom on Netflix.
One day, it won't ever happen.
It gets
but-
better every single season.
Like the last episode of The Mandalorian was great for two things. The face reveal was pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
I have never laughed more in a Star Wars thing than the first 10 minutes of that show. Or maybe not 10
with the
minutes. With the
stormtroopers?
two stormtroopers like punching Baby Yoda and like trying to
It
fail
was,
shooting.
Well, one was Jason Sudeikis.
Yeah.
He's hilarious. Who was the other one?
It was somebody popular, but I don't
Yeah.
remember who it was. But that made me laugh. Like I just was like, why are you laughing
There
so
was
hard?
a lot of jokes in the one spot, like them constantly missing with their
yeah,
guns.
and
too,
then it's
shooting
like
at a
stormtroopers
can.
missing, and it was fun.
It was
good.
I also really my favorite episode was probably the jail episode.
Oh, it was good. It was a good
I really
one.
liked that one.
I forget.
Where they go to the prison to break out the one guy.
And then they
Yeah.
try and like screw him over, but he just like goes rage.
I
on
felt
them
bad
and-
for the guy with the button. He was like, we don't need to shoot him. And then the girl like throws a knife at him and
Oh,
kills him. Yeah,
yeah,
I was
it's
like,
true.
oh man, you tried
Poor
to do your job.
Worker number 4.
He was doing his job. I think that was actually one of the directors
I can see it.
played that character.
A lot
I
of
think.
cameos and
Yeah.
shit in Star Wars.
Star Wars
especially.
fucking loves cameos. So two things of news in regards to the same thing. I don't know if you've seen it, but they posted the full Final Fantasy intro, like the intro movie.
Not only have I seen it, I have also seen a hacked version of the demo.
Ooh.
I watched it today. We'll go in quick. So it has the person posted this 3 weeks ago, and it included the entire intro.
Yeah.
As well. So I was like, oh, I've seen this the other day, but I'll watch it again. And then it pretty much had right up till the end of like the Mako reactor spot.
Yeah.
Like where you'd expect a demo
Like
to end
right
for that
before
one.
the Scorpion.
No, after.
Oh, after. Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Wow.
like after the whole thing. And
Feels like, what do you talk about?
I'm not gonna lie though, game looks sick.
Yeah, no
Other than
shit.
the person I was watching made me angry. Literally,
they
as
bad?
as they fight the boss, people like Baron, all them like use lightning on him. He's really, and the guy didn't do it once. All the comments were just raging at him the entire time. So the fight took like 20 minutes.
Ew.
It was
He's
like
just trying to lengthen the
It was
demo.
like a 55-minute video, but like the game actually looked very Kingdom Hearts.
I'm honestly
gameplay.
surprised they haven't put the demo out yet.
Maybe it's gonna come out when the game was supposed to come out.
Yeah, that's the only thing I can think of.
Yeah.
Is they pushed it, gave it a month for a demo. Not that the demo is going to do any form of feedback. It's literally just, hey, you were excited for the game. Here you go, bud. You can try it.
It actually looked very Kingdom Hearts. It was a lot of like, hold square to just constantly attack or hit square
Yeah.
to attack. You change different modes. You have your limit breaks, magic. You switch to Barret at some point to shoot like gun or like turrets that are too far away.
Yeah.
But the whole thing, like, and the best part was just Jesse hitting on Cloud the whole time. It was so good. Don't talk about anything.
I do think we have to confirm. One of the commenters said that there is no turn-based.
Yeah, I was pretty sad about that, but
Yeah, I think it's just the one mode, but it looked really fun. Like I don't. Like,
yeah.
Like if you watch this, you can watch it because it's no spoilers. Like Phil's worried about spoilers.
Yeah, but
or something.
I want to go in blind on like I know obviously I've seen gameplay, but like I want to go in blindish, I guess.
It made me like really excited for it.
Yeah.
I'm kind of considering streaming it.
Like, I think 100% we should stream it. I'd say.
Like do like a let's play of it.
Yeah, not even. I would just say that like try and like come over 5 hours at a time. Just record 5 hours of it. Have the entire thing streamed right to the YouTube channel.
This is why I wish that there was a
I can
midnight
try.
release.
You can buy it digital.
Yeah, if you buy it digital, it's a midnight release technically.
I don't want to buy it digital though.
I don't want to
No,
buy
I
it
don't
digital.
want to.
What are you,
No,
Jon
that's fair,
Snow?
but, that's honestly the thing though. It's far enough away now that we can technically book time off for it. So you just book like 3 days after, like just like the weekend or whatever it comes out a Tuesday, I'm assuming.
I don't
Friday?
actually remember at all.
One of those times. Either way, you just book
I know
like
it's
the next 2 days
really
off.
fucking close to Resident Evil.
I don't care.
I think it comes
I
out the
do.
10th.
April 10th? Yeah.
But I'm pretty sure that is the time that I'm going to Jamaica.
Oh, that'll suck.
Well,
it sucks for
no,
Phil.
I come back on the 8th or 9th.
Oh, then you're fine.
I think it's the 14th.
So I'm probably not going to get
don't
time
remember.
off.
No, but that doesn't really matter as long as you're here for the game, though. But basically, all I'm saying is the opening video. So Phil hasn't watched the opening video because he's once he's sold, you don't need to keep
Oh, it
selling
is the
kind of
10th,
thing.
yeah.
Opening video was really good.
It was great.
Music was very
Did
nice.
you see the IGN posted a comparison video of the original?
I
and that?
didn't.
It's pretty nice to watch like how crazy we thought it looked then, and
Yeah.
then seeing it now, and you're
Stupid
like,
fucking cloud arms and
hey,
stuff.
Popeye Cloud Arms is hilarious, and I hope it's a costume because a lot of Square Enix games have been doing that. Tomb Raider, you got
That's true,
pointy
yeah.
boob.
I'm
Lara
gonna go out on a
Croft,
limb
so-
and say that there's no way this game's bad. I'm gonna say it right now.
I don't think it'll be bad. I think there'll be things that'll disappoint me. Only the like wanting more is going to disappoint me. It's
I
going to
feel
be
like by the time when it ends and you're like, oh shit, like now I have to wait like however long for the next part kind of thing.
Yeah.
But as the person in the comments let us know or remembered us that we got to stop looking at like it's episodes. Each one's a full
Yeah,
game.
he said.
Yeah.
It's
Think of it
not
like,
the Wolf
like
Among
13, 13
except
two
I
lightning
know
returns.
it's an episode of a game because the rest of the game is still coming out.
It really that's just a mindset thing.
Yeah.
If it helps you, you can look at it one way. Either way, you're waiting time between each one.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
But I mean, it's all built off the same system, so the time actually might not be that long. A lot of the time in taking a game is
Who knows?
is building up the engine and all the characters.
I
and stuff
still
like
think
that.
they're going to do the game more like Final Fantasy X, where it's going to be just like corridors to get to like the forest, like go through the forest and
Good.
stuff like that, which I'm fine with.
I
Yeah,
pray to the Lord it is.
yeah.
I'm going to
instead of
say
big
that
open
we
world.
don't get episode 2 for 2.5 to 3 years.
I'll say only within 1 year.
I think within 1 year.
Within the same time it's released. Within
I think
April
Video
10th,
Game Awards
2021.
or E3 will announce the release date of the next episode, and it will be either on the release date of it. Because I honestly think they're going to try and have the game done by their 25th anniversary, which is 97 it came out in.
think so.
Yeah, fuck, I don't remember. I'm pretty sure it's 1997. So that would be 2022. The whole game would be out. Like the full game will be out on their 25th anniversary.
I think that people keep looking at it like they're multiple games. How like when a regular game comes out, it's not like 3 years till a sequel comes out. But the game, it's specifically going to build it all around the same look, the same engine. They don't want one game to have better graphics than the other one because it's like one big thing.
Yeah.
So all they have to do is just...
It's not like you're going to make the third part of the game look great. So much great that you can't go back and play the first one. It's going to be like, that'd be fucking hard.
It's frustrating, though, that they're deciding to do this now.
Why? Because the PlayStation 5 comes out?
Yeah.
The PlayStation 5 is backwards compatible, though. So, like...
Yeah, but I guess like just the idea of having everything on one.
And all they need to do is put a texture pack and Bob's your uncle.
Yeah, but I mean as far as like collectability, just having the PlayStation 5.
Are you telling me they won't release a PS5 all-in-one box?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure once they're all out, the PS5.
Kingdom Hearts, I don't know if it's in my news.
That it was on sale?
No, I don't know if... Yeah, I didn't put it there. There is a pack that you can buy. I think it's on Amazon and game stores coming out in April. And it has everything Kingdom Hearts. Like, it's the story so far plus Kingdom Hearts 3. And no, the DLC's not in it. But
I think that's already out, dude.
Not the story so far is. It's been out for a couple years. But there's one with Kingdom Hearts 3 in it now.
I don't know. There's definitely a digital version with that.
Yeah, well, that's been out forever. But there's a physical version coming out. Oh yeah, and the other thing, sorry, I did say there's two. The Final Fantasy exclusivity window has been also pushed to correlate the delay. So the Final Fantasy is coming out on Xbox, but it comes out a year later. So it's now pushed till April next year instead of March next year. So they just fixed the
Sucks
month.
to have an Xbox, I guess.
Well, they're still going to be like, we waited, so we got the game anyways.
I'm excited.
Yeah, me too.
That's a neat story. I like
that
the
is
intro.
a neat story.
Phil hasn't seen it, but the intro was good.
You ready for this one, boys? You ready for this one?
I'm not.
No, you're not. So Blizzard is accepting refunds on the Reforged edition and promised to fix all issues.
Oh, is that because everybody hated it?
Yes.
Okay.
It is the lowest rated game on Metacritic.
Why do people hate it so much?
So they
it's a
showed
classic
off how it.
expectation thing,
Well,
too.
they showed off how it should have looked, and then all it was is just a texture pack for 3, pretty much. Like they were showing like the cutscenes. Like, did you play Warcraft 3?
No.
Have you played any top-down
World of
RTS
Warcraft.
game? That's not an RTS game. StarCraft.
Nope.
You're fucking useless sometimes.
I actually had a girlfriend growing up, so I didn't have time for those games. Boom, roasted right here, Phil.
Anyway.
Yeah.
You must admit, StarCraft was like the classic, like
Nerd game, yeah.
the classic
Yeah.
nerd game at the time.
No.
It was like one of the first ones with the big
And
like
Diablo
esports
2.
community.
Yeah, Diablo 2 was great.
Yeah, I didn't play that either.
Anywho, the old game, it was top down, and then there was a ring under your character that lit up when they were talking, and there was like the dialogue bar. The Reforged edition showed like camera panning down to the characters and like going around them like it was an actual cinematic nowadays. And then we get the actual game, and it's like just a texture pack for it. So it was really
Was it a Kickstarter?
no, it was not. It was Blizzard
Would
going.
people have been very mad
Hey.
if it was a Kickstarter?
Yes, they would have. But that's Blizzard as of late. They've been pretty.
So I guess I don't know. I
Trash.
guess it's neat that they're trying to fix it, but it's not neat that they suck.
I respect them coming out and saying we understand something's wrong and we're
Yeah.
going to fix it. I respect that.
What if by fixing it they just stopped the release and then they said release it just on mobile devices?
Then that's a Blizzard.
Would that be cool?
That's the good old Blizzard bamboozle.
Blizzard's just been shitting the bed for the last like 5 years.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah. But, like the release of Overwatch was almost their down. Like that pretty much has been their downfall.
They have like a disgustingly loyal fan base that have been with them and given them so much money over the years. I don't understand how they can fuck this.
They
up
also
so
probably started
badly.
making a lot of money from Classic too, because that was huge.
Dude, the amount of money that they've made from World of Warcraft,
They should be
StarCraft,
set.
Like, it's insane that they should just be doing fan service. Like, I can understand EA and stuff being shitty to their fans and only caring about their shareholders because their games probably don't make that much money.
No.
So they're like, yo, let's add these microtransactions to make money. But Blizzard makes so much money, and there's people who are completely okay with paying them as long as they get like good content.
Like I'm not going to lie, I'll probably buy Diablo 4.
Yeah,
But-
I'll wait till gameplay. I mean,
Exactly. I'll wait till there's like leaked copies and I can try it, or like there's demos or something.
Yeah, but I mean, all their Diablo games are pretty good. Like,
Yeah.
other than like they haven't really let anyone down until it came to like the mobile shit.
Yeah, pretty much. But Blizzard as a whole, as of late, has definitely seen a downfall
When's
in quality.
Overwatch 2 coming out?
They haven't said. And I'm pretty sure that was only announced so that people would forget about Diablo Immortals.
It's true. Overwatch 2 is a game I don't understand why anyone needs.
Yeah.
Just keep coming with Overwatch on different systems when they update, and then add in characters or modes or something like.
Yeah, I like the whole single player campaign where you level up your characters, but why is it not just an expansion?
Yeah, like no
And,
one really needs that as like the thing.
like
I
unless
don't
it's priced appropriately. Like if it's $50, then yeah, that's a DLC. Why not? But if they're gonna go out and be like free to play online, $80 though, then I'll
it's
be
just
a little.
it's just weird to me. It's not that I really care that I think they're trying to scam people with money. It's just like a weird. It's like that game. You could just have. I feel like it's cleaner. It's kind of like Destiny, right? Like I don't think there ever should have been a Destiny 2.
Just
I feel like they
continuous
just should have
that's
kept
that's
making
Activision's
Destiny
fault because
better
they
and
wanted
better.
to do that. That's what Blizzard.
Of course,
or
Activision did.
Bungie.
Thank you. Blizzard, Activision, Bungie. That's where my train of thought went. But they wanted to do that. Like as of right now, Destiny 2 being a free-to-play service right now where you buy into season passes, or not season passes, battle passes.
Yeah.
Like, apparently it's doing really well. There was a bit of a flop with the last DLC thing, but apparently this one's really, really good. I don't play the game anymore, so I can't say personally.
I re-downloaded it when it became free, and it was just kind of confusing, and I just wasn't ready to play it. But
Yeah, me too.
maybe
Yeah,
eventually.
one
It's
day.
free, so you know.
All right. Was that neat?
No.
No,
No.
because they shouldn't have fucked up so bad to begin with. I don't know.
There we go. All right. We're gonna clear through some of these
Okay.
ones.
Need or not, lightning round.
Okay, Persona 5 Scramble demo is available in Japan only.
Not
Not
need.
neat.
Not neat, because I want to try that demo.
Okay, yeah.
Outer Worlds delayed due to coronavirus, but now comes with a physical cartridge when it comes out.
Neat.
Well, am I going to get the disease from the physical cartridge when it comes out?
No.
Okay, then neat.
Listen,
Neat.
they should have done that from the get-go.
Yeah, it's one of those. I'm always confused because it should be not neat because there should be no reason for that. But the news is technically neat.
They could have just waited if they had the ability to wait and put it on a cartridge.
Why not?
Yeah.
It could have been Microsoft just being fucky. Who knows?
Could have been.
Who knows?
The story's neat. It's cool. They're coming with a physical.
All right. Xbox Series X says it is not competing with the Switch or PS5. It says its main competitors are Amazon and Google.
That's not true.
That's neat.
That is 100% what they've come out and said.
But why?
Why not? They're just a game-based service. That's just a box that's providing the service. That's all that they want to do.
Yeah, but like, I don't really like. How are they really competing with like Google?
Stadia?
But no one has Stadia.
Yeah, but they're talking in terms of like, hey,
In the future.
in
kind
the
of thing?
future,
Yeah.
they're Amazon is gonna, dip their toes in it. Google's already dipped their toes in it. Microsoft is gonna have xCloud. Like they want to. That's what they're pushing for. They don't care about having the ability to have all these exclusives, even though they're going to. They're just like, yo, we want to be the first ones to perfect the streaming service.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like that's fine and all, but I mean, like for the most part, Xbox has still been losing constantly to all the other systems too.
Yeah.
It's like I don't know why they think they're gonna win this one.
I mean,
Who knows?
I
If I don't know, I guess Google Stadia didn't have a very warm reception, because I think some of their systems just fucking terrible. Like some of their
The internet's not good enough to do what they wanted to do.
and their marketing is still bad. It's like that. It would work so well like in Japan if you like lived in like Tokyo.
Yeah. Apparently,
Internet would be
we're
sick.
like in like the hub cities with like Google Fiber. Apparently, it still doesn't work.
Yeah,
I mean,
neat idea.
and if that was really their intention, I don't think that they would want to have like something with the hardware that's like competing with a PC.
Yeah.
Like, I don't understand that because they're coming out with the hardware that's competitive with the PlayStation 5.
But Microsoft is it?
Oh, I did have the Kingdom Hearts news. March 17th is when it comes out. I did
one?
have
The
it. That whole
the
Kingdom Hearts
thing?
pack. Yeah.
So, yeah, I guess that's neat.
I
I'm
mean,
happy
like-
for
I think it's a
them.
little pompous of them, but yeah, I guess it's neat.
That's what I'm saying. I'm not saying that's not neat. I'm just like, I don't know. To
That's
me,
pretty much saying, hey, we don't want to be a console. We just want to be a streaming service.
They're just a box.
Yeah.
It's just a box. But what's the point? Why
But
would
what okay, the Xbox One failed so bad because they wanted it to be a media system, not a console.
Yeah, but they approached it a very terrible way at the beginning, and then towards the end,
They shot themselves in the foot.
But they've done well now.
But I mean,
I think.
but like something like Switch, for instance, though, is just full out basically saying like, hey, we're like just a console with our games, and that's still wildly successful.
I think
I think that Xbox just doesn't know what the fuck they want to be half the time.
for me, I'll probably get the new Xbox in a couple of years just to be my like third party machine and pay for like Game Pass.
Yeah, I mean, if they keep Game Pass up and they come out with a bunch of like new games on Game Pass, I would say like the same thing, but I would definitely not buy it day one
No,
Like-
hell no.
for the price.
If they come into the same day, 100%, I'm putting my money on PlayStation. Like 1,000,000%. Like I'm not buying the Xbox day one.
Yeah, I'll probably be getting.
I won't say I might not. Who knows? We'll
I'll
find
probably
out.
get the PlayStation 5 day one. I would assume.
Yeah, that one
Yeah.
definitely.
We should do like a midnight launch. Will there be a midnight launch?
I don't know.
Do they do midnight launches for systems?
It depends on how busy some of the. Like I bet you cities do. Out in bumfuck nowhere here, probably
That's
not.
true. Actually, the last couple of midnight launches have been like the show up, like the turn up has been like really low. The last one was Pokemon, but then there was also a big thing about like people in their Pokemon game.
Yeah,
Even
How
though,
many
you know,
people are buying
best-selling
digitally,
Pokemon game of all
though?
time?
a lot of people buy digital. Like
But
it,
how many people are
for
buying
midnight.
digital PlayStation 5s?
You wouldn't steal a car, would you?
no, you wouldn't
Download a car.
You idiot! If you're gonna quote the commercial, quote it right.
Was that still just the Xbox news?
Yeah, it was.
Okay, yeah.
Okay, here's some weird ones, but I didn't. It's not a spoil. It says rumor PS4 remote play may be coming to Switch.
Yeah.
Yeah. Why? I mean, like, no, whatever.
I don't know remote play, but like maybe bring some games.
Yeah.
Remote play never worked that well. I don't care what people say. I used to try it on my Vita all the time.
Oh, trying to play Bloodborne at like
Trying
at
to
work
play,
or something like
anything. I tried to play like Final Fantasy 14, right? Because I was like, I can play that MMO anywhere. Stupid idiots.
that.
But then like, just nothing ever worked that well. Internet connections were always too slow, no matter where I was.
Apparently, it's got better though. That's what
That's
I.
true. That was years ago.
That was like
So-
launch time. So
Yeah.
who knows? If it does, cool. Anything for my Switch, I'm okay with.
Okay, why don't they just do like PlayStation Now on Switch?
Because PlayStation Now isn't good on PS4. Why would they have it on Switch?
It might be now. They updated it.
Yeah, they added so you can download stuff. Guess
Yeah.
what? The Switch doesn't have enough
I guess,
hardware
but I mean,
space to
in
download
general,
stuff.
for
You could
PlayStation,
download like one game.
you
Maybe.
think that should have been obvious to have like the download option, but it was a very good choice of them to finally do it.
All right. Did you say that was neat?
I mean, like that's just weird. I don't know.
I don't
whether
think
or
that'll
not it's-
happen.
I also don't think it'll happen.
Yeah, I
it's
don't
just
know.
rumors that I
I'll
read.
say not.
Nah. Okay. Leakers may have confirmed the next Smash character. He is the person.
Crash.
Yes, it is
Bandicoot?
apparently supposed to be Crash Bandicoot. This leaker has pretty much been 100% correct in all of the guesses. It confirmed Byleth before she
mean
was
Blythe?
announced. Blythe, Blythe, before they were announced. So if it's true, we might have Crash Bandicoot being announced by the end of February.
That would make sense.
I would-
Crash or Spyro.
I'm fine with either.
or Sora.
No.
Have you seen the complaint? So everyone was just like, it's like, don't give us another Fire Emblem character, another sword wielder. We want Dante. We want Sora. And it just named a bunch of other sword people.
Excuse me.
It's a Keyblade.
So we're
Who
using a
cares?
Keyblade?
Yeah, it's still a sword style weapon, but I just chuckled
My
at
little
that.
mini Roxas would disagree with you.
Yeah,
See him?
I do see him.
He was $1.
He's cute.
He is Kawaii
He's
Desu.
Kawaii Desu.
Yeah.
Why is he stabbing Zelda?
He doesn't like Zelda very
Oh,
much.
okay.
That's actually predicting Smash right there.
Oh, perfect. Roxas?
They're gonna come out with the next one's gonna be Roxas.
No, it'll be a
joins the
Sora,
fight.
but with a Roxas skin.
Perfect.
All right. Next, Atlas did its annual survey. They do this every year, annual. And they asked, what do we want to bring to Switch? Can you guess?
I wonder
Persona
what the
4
answer
Golden.
is.
Persona everything. The top 10 responses was pretty much Persona and Shin Megami Tensei everything.
I guess. Okay, in order, I would want Persona 5 on Switch,
Yes.
then Persona 4 Golden, and then P3. Only because I like P3 more than P4.
Me too.
But I've beaten P3 more than I've beaten P4.
It's true.
So
I would also like some of the other Shin Megami Tensei games that
Yeah.
kind of are stuck on the 3DS. I would like to see them come forward because I know there's that Shin Megami Tensei game that was announced a million years ago and is still kind of in like a weird purgatory that it hasn't come out. But I would like to see that. That'd be cool. Neat
neat.
or not?
Neat.
Next one.
Because if they're asking that question, that means they're thinking about it.
Well, I think they're just thinking where they can put their money to make more money.
Yeah, and that's on Switch.
What if Atlas did a Kickstarter for Persona 5?
I'd be on
Switch?
it. Like I would be that within 20 minutes.
There's no reason Persona 5 cannot be on Switch. I'm just saying.
It's a
The
pretty
art
big
style.
game.
Yeah, but the art style and stuff.
The
they
art.
went with,
Well, it was on the PS3.
it's not that graphically demanding and to look good.
I honestly want to play Persona 5 Scramble because apparently it's just Persona 5 2.
You can't though. The demo's only in Japan.
The game's coming out in Canada though. Next one, Jeff Keighley is not going to E3 this year
Why not?
because he doesn't want to. He says that it's a decline in the quality of E3.
Not wrong.
He's not wrong.
Not wrong.
But if the boy Jeff Keighley says it, then
Yeah, because I remember
he's
reading.
kind of the video game guy.
I remember reading reports that potentially Nintendo wasn't going to be there, but then Nintendo
Yep.
did in fact
Yep.
confirm.
Mr. Doug Bowser says that he is going to be going to E3 this year. I don't think they'll have a conference, but they will have a booth there.
But
So
no,
to-
Sony is kind of a.
That's what 2-3 years in a row now.
The thing is,
They don't
it's
need
that it kind of like how the Game Awards suck. Bless your face. It's kind of like how the Game Awards suck. E3 is just like so little of it's actually.
Yeah, we
like-
don't need it now.
It's just watching cinematic trailers.
Yeah. No, the day they said that people can go, ruined E3. Like when they said the masses can go, I as soon as that happened, I'm like E3's not special anymore. You had to get like
It's
media
only
passes.
special for the like compilations after, like the cringe compilations and that kind of stuff.
Completely off topic here. The video of the guy who said "you're breathtaking," I found that on YouTube. It's actually his phone, and Keanu Reeves points at the camera and says "you're breathtaking." And I'm like, oh my god, this person exists. Like he's real, and it made me laugh.
I was at the Oscars. You were there.
You were
for
at the
this.
Oscars?
No, that's a bad way to start the sentence. Well, we were watching the Oscars. He was talking with somebody. I don't remember who was it.
His
Keanu Reeves?
mom,
Yeah, it wasn't his mom. It was
his girlfriend.
no. It was he was up presenting on stage like awarding
Oh,
with
yeah.
this like older lady, someone really famous. I don't know if anybody watches.
I
this.
did not watch the Oscars, so
But anyways, at one point she said like, "You're amazing," and then he's like, "No, you're amazing." I was like, "No, you should have said you're breathtaking, Keanu. You could have made a new meme
That's
for
your
us."
catchphrase.
But it was really close.
yeah, that's pretty awesome.
Lovely man.
But is that neat?
Which
Or not?
one? Keanu
Jeff
Reeves
Keighley.
is very neat.
Jeff Keighley.
I don't give a fuck about Jeff Keighley now.
But he's, I don't care, but he is right.
Yeah, like I understand.
E3's getting worse.
I
It's a
do care
fact.
about him, but not like enough that it's really like disheartening at all
it's
that he's not
it's
going.
a
But
sign that he's not going though.
yeah, exactly. He understands that it serves no purpose anymore, especially since Nintendo just ends up streaming their stuff. The only thing it would be is if they announce the game that you can usually play it at E3. That would be like the only reason to go to
Like
E3.
Breath of the Wild 2.
Yeah, like something like that. Like they
Playable
had Breath of the
demo.
Wild demoed that day, I'm pretty sure. I guess it was after E3, so it would have been Mario Odyssey.
Like
There's
their
Mario
Treehouse?
Odyssey that was announced and then was playable that day. But yeah. So that was E3. I think it's.
Yeah, as I said, he's right. E3. It kind of like all the video game industry parts are becoming so commercial. I don't know. Like if you watch, I mean, did we all watch the video game awards or like parts of them after?
Yeah.
I
How
watched
like
the entire thing.
it's like 90% ads, and then they throw a little bit of video game awards in there.
The
many of
best
them are
part
off-screen.
of this last one, and I know this is segueing back, and we probably talked about it, is when Michelle Rodriguez and Vin Diesel, who were both definitely drunk, came out on stage and showed off their shitty PS3 game. My favorite
Because
part.
no one ever cares. It's like all those like really cringy celebrity guests at E3 too. How bad they
Hey,
are.
Keanu Reeves was a gem.
Keanu Reeves was fantastic. Who was the-
Berthal.
There was a lot of bad. No, I like John Berthal. He had
Oh,
a
I
good,
thought you were gonna say another good one.
he had a good performance. Yeah,
No, he just had a dog.
Yeah, but it was still like he had like a good speech. I was pumped. I don't care if the game came out sucking.
Yeah, it was pretty bad.
Yeah.
But, all right. Next thing, the Dice Awards happened.
What the hell is that?
I don't
Dice?
remember what it stands for, but it's an award ceremony. That's not E3. That it's like the pseudo E3. But Untitled Goose Game won Game of the Year, motherfuckers.
What game? Of the year?
Woo!
Out of all the games, or just like a
I mean,
category?
it was Game of the Year.
every single game that came out in 2019.
No, like there was like a cat, like kind of like the E3 game, or not E3, the Game Awards game, like Game of the Year. They picked like 5 or 6 games.
But it's not like indie games. This is just all games.
Yeah, all games, yeah.
I
Yeah,
feel
100%.
like-
What was it running against?
I don't remember. I can find out. I know Control won a shit ton of awards, which I'm actually pretty happy it won a bunch of awards.
I feel like, I mean, for someone it's probably their game of the year, but You're telling me that that's a better game than like
That game was fantastic.
But was it Game of the Year fantastic?
I don't know about that.
Maybe they're just
The
trolling.
nominees was Control, Death Stranding, Disco Elysium, Outer Wilds, and Untitled Goose Game.
I mean, I feel like Disco Elysium is probably a better game, and I haven't even played it.
I don't like many of, or like, not that I don't like any of those games, but none of those are like games I was interested in anyways.
Outstanding achievements in animation. The winners was Luigi's Mansion.
Yeah.
Outstanding in art direction was Control. Outstanding in characters.
Untitled Goose Game?
won
That
best
goose,
character.
man.
Yeah, the goose one.
I think
That was a character.
I really want to play Control. I just want it to go down to like
Me too.
$30.
Best audio design, Death Stranding. I've been watching. I got lazy and couldn't play Death Stranding, so I just watching.
You could just deliver mail in real life.
I could be a UPS guy.
I mean, that story's neat for Untitled Goose Game. I mean, I wouldn't 100% agree with it, but
I know.
I don't really care about any of those other games winning either, to be honest. So
It's true.
good for it.
And then the last one was Nintendo dropped the website F Nintendo. They're called. They're a very popular like website that I think it's Fan Nintendo is what it stands
Okay.
for, not Fuck Nintendo.
That's
like
why I was thinking.
But
Weird naming.
they dropped them because they pretty much leaked all of the Pokemon Sword and Shield news before Nintendo could actually do it.
Why didn't they title it the website F Nintendo in the A, like in the Americas?
Who knows?
You know?
.ca. Who
That'd be a
knows?
good title.
But that's
Not neat.
That's most of my news. Like that's all I have
I'm
right
sure
now.
there was some news missed, like smaller
Oh,
news.
absolutely.
Hey guys, thanks for watching. If you want to see any of our previous content, like our last episode or any other episode from any of the seasons, it's just right there for you on the left side. And be sure to subscribe if you'd be so kind. It is right there. Thanks, guys.